Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we're going to be talking about 5 reasons why it's better to be a bad, dishonorable outlaw in Red Dead Redemption 2. So in the description, I'll have a video I did a couple of days ago, 5 reasons why it's better to be a good, honorable outlaw. There are pros and cons to both, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the best reasons why being bad is sometimes good. Okay, at the number 1 spot today, you can actually unlock an exclusive grip for the double action revolver, which is one of the best pistols in the game. This grip is called the Gunslinger Ebony Grip, and it is available exclusively for the double action revolver if your honor rank is -4 or below. Now, in order to get to honor rank -4, you need to have accumulated -160 honor points. So you can do that through a variety of different ways, but negative level 4 is -160 points. Now, another thing that is beneficial to being a bad, dishonorable outlaw, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are already at this rank, so this is something that could benefit you. When you reach rank -1, which is just -40 points, when you loot bodies, the drop rate of dead-eye tonics, thrown weapons, alcohol, and tobacco is increased, and you'll also get more money and jewelry when you loot it off of lawmen. So that could actually be pretty helpful. I mean, all those things I listed, dead-eye tonics, tobacco, money, jewelry, those are all things that are very helpful. So the more you're a bad outlaw here, sort of the more benefits you get in terms of looting and getting stuff off of dead bodies. So that right there is the first reason why being a bad, dishonorable outlaw is actually good. Reason number 2, there's more lucrative money-making opportunities for you. So there's no honorable way to rob someone. So a lot of the opportunities that you have to make money in game, if you're trying to be a good guy, simply aren't going to work for you. You're not going to be able to rob houses. You're not going to be able to rob stagecoaches. You're not going to be able to rob businesses or trains or banks or anything like that, because all of that is going to give you negative honor, which, again, if you're trying to be a good guy, that's not going to help you at all. So it kind of excludes you from a lot of the money-making opportunities in the game. Like, the only way at that point you have to make good money is to do things that won't decrease your honor. So finding treasure or helping people around the world or hunting or fishing and selling. And that takes a whole lot longer in order to make really good money. So it is sort of like a pros and cons here. The more bad you are, the more lucrative things will become for you. But that's something that you might want to keep in mind, is that it's easier to make money if you're a bad guy, especially if you're able to do things like you're seeing in my video, store robberies and stuff like that. Number 3 today, you don't have to go out of your way to be a bad, dishonorable outlaw. So I always thought it was weird in my first video when I said you could be a good, honorable outlaw, because isn't that, sort of ironic? Someone that operates outside the law is good or honorable. Well, it's much easier to be a bad guy. Now, the game itself is going to naturally push you that way with all the things you do, robbing banks, trains, holding people up. So you don't have to go out of your way to achieve this status. Whereas if you're a good guy, you have to go out of your way to do things that will improve your honor. And that can be very difficult. And what I mean by that is there's a lot more events in the world that will give you points for doing dishonorable things. Like, for example, in missions like in Chapter 1, if you don't save Lenny on the train, you get -20 honor right there. In Chapter 2, there's an option to steal a horse after the mission. That's the easier option instead of returning it to the stable. There's also ambient events that occur in the world, and it's much easier to get less honor or be bad. For example, randomly antagonizing or intimidating someone. That's going to decrease your honor. Holding up a shopkeeper and stealing from registers or safe. That'll decrease honor. If you trample a civilian with your horse, that's going to lose honor. If you knock out a civilian and loot them, you're going to lose honor. Basically, bottom line, and at the end of the day, there are way more opportunities in this game to be bad than there are to be good. So just naturally through the game, you'll be a bad guy, and that status is much easier to obtain. Number 4 today, it sort of gives you the ability to skip some missions. So there are some missions in the game where you actually have the option in order to help some of the characters that you run into. Now, I'm not going to spoil the outcomes of any of these missions, but throughout the game, you'll get missions where you can hit square to help someone or hit circle to decline. If you decline, you're obviously going to get negative honor, but you won't be able to do the rest of the mission, or you'll be looked upon negatively by them. And that's a way if you wanted to, I don't know, get through the missions quicker or just sort of portray Arthur as the super bad outlaw that he is. That's one way in which you could go about doing stuff like that. Obviously, if you accept those missions to continue them out, you'll receive good honor because it likely involves, saving someone or doing a task or a chore for someone, which might be a little bit tedious, but again, increases your honor. So it will allow you to sort of shortcut and skip some of the missions, which you could find kind of useful. And at the number 5 spot today, I feel like this one is really just my personal opinion, but it's more fun. And I feel like you don't have to play on your toes as much. Like, if you don't care about honor at all, you'll go around, gunslinging through towns. You don't care about knocking people over on your horse. You have more fun sort of opportunities that you can do running from the law while wanted, dead, or alive. Getting into shootouts with lawmen and, having this massive bounty on your head of over, $1,500, $1,000. That's fun. And I feel like a lot of people agree with me there. Now, at the end of the day, fun is subjective. You might find fun in fishing and hunting and, being perfect and not having any dishonorability about you. And that's perfectly fine. I mean, the game is rated M for a reason. It's Red Dead Redemption. You're an outlaw on the run. So I feel like just being the bad guy in general is just a little bit more fun, causing chaos and stuff like that in the world. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. But that right there is 5 reasons why I believe being a bad, dishonorable outlaw is better in Red Dead Redemption 2. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more on this in the comments down below, though. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.